Today, Gohan turned into a Go-Man. That's right, everyone. Dragon Ball Super episode 103 came out, and it was very, very manly. Gohan, be ruthless! The showdown with Universe 10. The ultimate matchup between brains and brawn. Before we begin today's review properly, I'd just like to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Verve.
If all of this Gohan excitement has gotten you geared up for more action-packed anime, then Crunchyroll's brand new service Verve has got you covered. Catch up with the second seasons of Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia either subbed on Crunchyroll or dubbed on Funimation. The choice is yours. Verve brings you the best from not just Crunchyroll and Funimation, but Cartoon Hangover, Rooster Teeth, and more. Visit the link in the description and you'll receive a 7-day free trial of Verve's Combo Pack. That gets you unlimited access to 8 channels, all ad-free, plus special content reserved for premium members. Normally this is worth $32 a month, but for you, it's only $9.99. Visit the link in the description to get an ad-free trial of the Verve Combo Pack for 7 days, and let me know what else I should be watching in the comments below. Now on with the review.
When we last left off, Kakunsa got blasted off the arena by 17 in a fantastic fashion, which quite honestly saved the episode in my regard. Also, he got to throw somebody off instead of his sister. That actually seems to be her finisher lately, but don't get me wrong, it's a very good finisher, very to the point. Kakunsa was deceived of her place, and now it's up to Ribrianne to even things up. It's very much like a magical girl show. But actually, no, she wasn't deceived. She was knocked out of the ring fair and square. But hey, if you need something to motivate you, then fine, go ahead. But relax, this is all part of the magical girl trope. You need to have elaborate and emboldened dialogue when one of your own falls down in combat. It's tradition, and Ribrianne's just upholding it. But what's the best part about this? 17's playing along! Huh, so I'm evil, huh? Where have I heard that bit of dialogue before? Goku, looking at you. Now that I actually hear all that evil dialogue, it kind of brings the Goku evil conspiracy into sharp relief, doesn't it? When we actually get into the fight proper, everything is tied up really well with the animation's solid construction. The actual fight between Ribrianne and 17 at this point is really good. Nice start, Super! With some of the introductions to previous episodes, we've been stricken with recycled animation, but this time, it's really not been that apparent, so okay, good. Top marks to Super so far. And honestly, I really appreciate this because after the little space escapade that 17 and Goku had when 17 was introduced, this is much better and much more deserving for the cyborg character. Oh yeah, Rosie's there too, I completely forgot about the other one. And who's she fighting? None other than Goku. But wait, hang on, is he still in his base form? Yup. And is he struggling and letting his guard down? Yep. Is the animation recycled? Yep. It's just a slightly different tint of the energy balls. She too is angered that her teammate got unceremoniously eliminated from the fight, and she's gonna bitch slap Goku around with her ki. Even though he didn't really do anything to Cocoon, so okay, whatever floats your boat, Rosie. And again, Beerus is pointing out the obvious. What is Goku doing right now? He could, I don't know, power up, instant transmission out of there, or move about 2 feet to the side and then he could escape. But no, he's kind of trapped. He can't move his arm up here. No, it's too much. No, Hellas, no! Put that recycled hand down. Now Goku looks surprised here, but he really shouldn't. This attack looks so familiar. And again, you can instant transmission out, but again, Goku chooses not to. But who am I kidding? He's obviously succumbing to one of the biggest tropes in this tournament. All together now, he let his guard down. I may as well put it on his shirt now. Oh look, the animators gave up animating Hellas' hand and instead decided to do an extreme close-up of her face. Progress? 17 asks if Goku needs any help and Goku replies, "No, I'm good." No, Goku, you're clearly not. Now he decides to use instant transmission, something that Rosie should really pick up on considering that they have a Yardratian teammate, and then Goku comes in and does a much bigger, closer, and more intimate Hellzone grenade. He compliments her fighting style despite it being similar to Piccolo's, and then sends her flying out of the ring, or so you think. No, she's still in there. Ribrianne then comes to her aid, much like in Magical Girl shows, and then 17 tells them that they may as well give up now. Again, like in Magical Girl shows. But just then, much like in Magical Girl shows, Jimizu the Yardratian steps in and saves the day, just like Tuxedo Mask. And boy does he have a sexy voice. I couldn't quite hear him the last time he was on screen, but damn! He sounds hot. After all that, Ribrianne, Rosie, and Jimizu disappear, and 17 and Goku choose to part ways, with the cyborg telling Goku to not let his guard down, and Goku going, I know. Clearly, Goku, you don't know. Don't lie to us. As Beerus is moaning about the Saiyan, Champa quite rightly reminds Beerus to remember about the other fighters of Universe 7. He should really be concerned about them now too. That's a fair point. What's going down in Groovetown then? Oh, Gohan and Piccolo. Who are they fighting? None other than Batamo. Ugh, okay. I thought you said it was something that we should be concerned about, Champa. But then again, Gohan hasn't fought Winnie the Pooh Bear, but Piccolo has. Time for a father-son look of acknowledgement. Ah, there it is. However, you could make things a little easier, Piccolo, by actually stating what Batamo's gimmick is to Gohan. No, Gohan's just gonna go off and fight. Oh, okay. Oh, no, wait, Piccolo does state it, but only to himself in thought. I think you should have told Gohan. Piccolo, do you know the concept of sharing? It could be very useful right now. In a shock move, Goku actually seems to be interested in what one of his sons is doing. The pair of them seem to think that Gohan's got a handle on the situation, but right now, it doesn't seem that way because Gohan's just punching Batamo in the belly and absolutely doing nothing, and we're just thinking the same thing. Oh my god, do we have to hear about the gimmick again? Yeah, Batamo's belly can actually transport your punches into pocket dimensions. But hang on, wait. Okay, how far are we into the episode? About 10 minutes? Oh, okay, we haven't had the revelation moment yet. Yeah, just give it time. Yep, hang on. Okay, now we're into it. Looks like Gohan's punches were so hard and so consistent that it meant that he can actually grip Batamo's belly and actually take control of his movements. Batamo's feet are now off the ground, and so long as Gohan can move, he can punch direct Batamo out of the ring. Not gonna lie, didn't expect that. Nice twist. Not even a mouth beam can stop Gohan because, quite amusingly, Batamo's belly is in the way. And you'd think that he would use his hands to try and grip Gohan, but he's forgotten the use of his hands apparently. Have they disappeared into a pocket dimension too? Batamo secures his status as trash tier as Gohan flings him out of the ring. To add insult to injury, Gohan turns his back on him and states that Batamo was not even a real enemy. Ooh, sick burn, Gohan, sick burn. So much for Universe 6's perfect streak. Every single universe now has at least one fighter eliminated. Goku then gets bored and decides to fight somebody else. Piccolo then reminds Goku to not let his guard down, and the Saiyan goes, I know. Don't bother, Piccolo. And the father-son duo are met up with more fighters, this time from Universe 10. Ogni and Rubot stake their claim on the fighters after witnessing their power against Batamo. Really, that's not much of a yardstick, guys. I think you're out of your depth. Meanwhile, the sexy hot delicious Jimizu continues his winning streak by knocking Jill Cole of Universe 10 out of the ring. I mean, this is all so unexpected. I didn't expect Yardratians to sound so dreamy. Again, this is Toriyama and company subverting normal convention, and I like it. Looks like Ogni and Rubal are all what stands between Universe 10's life and death, and Goasu and Rumshin know this. The stare-downs between Ogni, Rubal, Gohan and Piccolo continue for about 40 seconds, but we are then launched into a rather spirited battle. Gohan has read Ogni and decided to stalk him, so that means he can't get away in edgeways, but it doesn't quite work that way. Ogni then uses a variation on the multiform technique, which means that Gohan can still sense him, but not quite pinpoint where he is. This is actually a really interesting take on a classic. I like this. It's about now that Gohan realizes what he's been doing with his life, or at least where the animation directors decided to take him. He's dead inside. Even Whis is kind of concerned at the situation and decides to add more tension to the fact that Gohan's actually struggling. This time though, the tension is actually genuine, and it works. I don't remember a technique like this in Dragon Ball, and I'm not quite sure how it works yet. So this time, I'm actually feeling peril, and it's real. Not like with Goku. This time, it feels like, okay, Gohan's in a bit of trouble. Gohan's in danger. This I'm invested in, whereas with Goku, I wasn't. Before we forget about the other fight, Rubal is fighting Piccolo, and the fight is going as you expect. We see yet another Hellzone grenade, but this time, it's the original. Smug Piccolo is Oh, are you okay, Piccolo? Looks like you got punched in the face and you're losing half your chest, and your pecs are kind of gone. You alright? Yeah, don't worry, he's fine. He's winning this situation. His attack works and Rubal is knocked out cold and is thrown out of the ring. It's quite clear that the story wishes to dictate that everything in the second half is focused squarely on Gohan. Speaking of Gohan, Ogni is whipping him cleanly, and this is getting Gohan really angry, and he goes ultimate! The bang is down. I repeat, the bang is down. With said bang comes a realization about how Obni's power works. Rather convenient if you ask me, but it's still badass. He's just gotta take Obni's hits and then actually realize that I can see his leg, I'm going to grab it and then punch him. From there, Gohan can get a handle about where Obni is and then prevent the guy from using the technique as often. But don't worry, Obni's just not your typical run-of-the-mill character. He's a respectful guy. He asks for Gohan's name and says, "This has been a worthy fight. I'm really proud that we can actually seize this moment." You're a decent guy, dude. I'm gonna remember your name, or at least I'm gonna try. The fight continues with slam after slam, until Obni actually realizes that he's run out of energy, so his face disappear, and then Gohan has pretty much sealed the deal. Obni's chances are about to get hit in the face with a Kamehameha, and then Universe 10 is pretty much done for. Time for the GP to recycle the facial animations again, as well as Zeno actually doing the same old "there we go" animation. But then Gohan spots Obni's locket, and it actually has a picture of his family inside of it. Ooh, this is hitting close to home because Gohan has a family, and a young family too. Now, okay, you see, this is how you do it. This is a much better way of adding weight to the situation. Yeah, it's cheesy, yeah, it's schmaltzy, but it's actually real. It's something real, it's something tangible, it's something that Gohan can get behind and feel a twinge of guilt, at least just for a moment. Kus laments Rumshi's disappearance, not Gawasu's though, that's a shame, and then Gohan grits his teeth about the situation and moves ever forward. Maybe this ultimate form has changed him. It did that in the Buu saga, he became more cocky, but this time he's become more resolute and focused on the battle, much more like a Saiyan. Interesting take. This is a much more resolved Gohan than we are used to. It's almost kind of too much. We then end the episode with a shot of Hit facing off against Dispo from Universe 11 in a rather tantalizing battle that we can expect in the next episode. And speaking of Universe 11, we are now 11 minutes into the Tournament of Power. Yet that 30-episode prediction is looking more and more likely. All in all, this episode was much better in composition than the last one. It felt more together and had more invested in it. We also got a much better exit of a universe than the previous one. We had much more invested into it. And also, we actually got to see Gowasu, a character that we know, disappear. So the weight of the situation, plus the locket of Obni's, made it all the more sobering. That is a much better way of doing it, and I'm really proud that Super has managed to evolve their writing style. Whoever wrote this episode, or at least supervised it, did a very good job. Also, the animation was pretty slick in this episode with a couple of iffy shots, but don't worry, by the time we actually get to the dub version of this episode or the home release, we won't see that shot, or at least I hope we won't, so I think everything will be fine, don't worry about it. But yeah, the episode was very much on point, and I was very much entertained. But anyway, that was my review for Dragon Ball Super episode 103. Tune in next time for my review of episode 104. Until then, be sure to like and subscribe. Catch you later!